Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29. Just shy of the 30. On second down, here's Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you know, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, the run with Lynch. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked...
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Robert Quinn able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, It makes it that much harder, and sure enough, they can't convert here.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He dumps it off to Drake. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Tannehill now to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and now he pulls him over. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kiko Alonso in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Carr escaping the pressure, looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony with a pick. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Carr gives to Marshawn. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the target there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Robert Ayers able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Play action. It's Tannehill rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Able to get away. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. And he finds Cook. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on third down. It's caught. Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So if you like field goals, this is... And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Tannehill. Now he steps away. And incomplete here on third down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And now running right through it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes Grant on the return. So now here come the Dolphins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Tannehill. And this one's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Carr throwing on second down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Running, it's Drake. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From midfield, here's Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Back now in Miami. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's caught at the 2. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up in